So here we are again today with another tips and tricks guide. Actually, not really a tricks guide, but it's actually just some really good tips for Hardpoint on the map Express. I actually do know a couple of spawn tricks on this map to keep you right next to the hardpoint almost the entire match. So let's hop into it and we'll see what's going down. This used to be a league play rotation, but I think it got taken out actually. I'm not real sure, but I'm pretty sure it got taken out. But you can still play this in pubs any time of the day, and this will be an easy trick for you to win almost every single public match that you play in this on this map on Hardpoint. So let's say you start off in this spawn. I'm actually going to go through the hardpoints at first, just in case you don't know the hardpoints. I'm actually going to go through them. The first hardpoint's actually going to be in the middle. This is also called Ticket Booth, or most people call it Ticket Booth. That's where the first hardpoint is, and it's just in this little area. The second hardpoint is going to be on this side in this terminal. It's going to be right here in this terminal right here. And then this third one is going to go back over here this way, and it's going to be in top building over here. I really don't know what this is actually called. We just call it flank building. My team does. We don't have a specific spot for it, but that building is the third one. And then the fourth one is going to be right over here in this terminal. This is the fourth and final hard point, and then it goes right back to the middle. So what I was going to explain to you guys today is it doesn't really matter which spawn you want, which spawn you get on this side, on this first hard point, because you're always going to spawn either down bottom on either side or back in your spawn. So you're both going to have the equal distance to it. So it doesn't really matter on the first one. But on the second one, it is really important to keep this bottom control right here. Your teammates always want to be on this bottom control when the hard point's either here, here, or here. Because what it does is, say your teammates are pushing here and the enemy has the hard point. Say you're pushing and you die. Your teammates are here and you're going to spawn right there. But if you don't have bottom control and you're pushing from up top, you're going to spawn completely across the map behind the train over there, and it's going to be an extra 10-15 seconds that the enemy has the hard point. So it's very vital to keep bottom control. So say you push into it, don't push out. I mean, you can push out a little bit and try to pick people off, but don't push to the back side of the train, because then it'll spawn them down there, and you don't want that. You want to keep bottom control as long as possible. So with about 15 to 20 seconds left, you want to have your teammates push around that way. And this next one really doesn't matter as well. I mean, you can have a specific spawn and anchor if you want to, and that would be to anchor this side, because the next one's right over there. But it's not as important as you think, because if you're spawning over there, then you can just grab bottom control and you'll be spawning right next to it as well. So bottom control is really important. It's almost just as important as having this spawner here, because this is the one that most people in pubs want to anchor, is this spawn right here. But what they don't understand is if they get pushed out of this spawn, they're going to spawn way over there. So I mean, it's kind of like a risk-reward thing, what you want. Like, if you think you have a good enough anchor that can defeat 3 or 4 people pushing from this side, then go for it, I guess. But I mean, I think that it would be better if you just kept bottom control. Actually, I know it would be better if you kept bottom control, because all the pro teams do it. So once that hard point goes away, you're going to spawn over here. Well, you're not going to spawn. The hard point is going to spawn over here, and what it's going to do is just going to sit here for another minute. And if you have bottom control, you will be able to push into this insanely fast, because you're just going to spawn right here. You can just sprint around. But if you didn't have bottom control, you would spawn on the other side opposite of that train. And you don't want to spawn over there, because then you're going to have to take the long run back. And most people would make the run around the train and try to flank and then die again and spawn right back over there. So what you want to do is keep bottom control all times as possible, and just keep bottom control. I can't express it enough. It's so important to keep this control, because let's say you're getting outplayed, outgunned and everything, and you keep dying. You don't want to be able to just have to run across the map to come die again. So you can just run 10 feet, maybe pick up a kill, and make them spawn across the map. So it's all about spawns in this hard point. It's all about spawns in any hard point, because it's the first game type that Call of Duty has implemented into Capture the Hill or something like that, where spawns are really important. And I'm assuming that most of you know what anchoring is. Anchoring is actually, I know this is kind of late in the video, but anchoring is actually a technique to keep the spawns in a certain area to benefit you. So you're closer to the hard point. So you're spawning right next to the hard point. And you can do this in any game type. Actually, if you really wanted to, like domination, you could anchor a different spawn if you wanted to. But I mean, it's not as important as it isn't capture the flag, or I mean, not in capture the flag. It is in hardpoint. So there we are. Thanks again, guys, for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you learned a few things about hardpoint on Express.